What's up, folks? How you doing? It is I, Will, with Exposing WC, and today, what are we talking about? We're going to be talking about the last 2 days. The new era of WWE is what they're saying. Netflix era, new champions in the women's division, not the men's division. Well, actually in NXT, we have a new champion in Obafemi, but really it's been a new wave of women who are champions. Rhea Ripley's been crowned again. Got Tiffany, new champ. Now you have Giulia, new champ. Talk about the new wave of women now who are champions. Talk about the new show on Raw and how it's #1 on Netflix. All that stuff, and where we see it going, and what are your questions? And like, we're gonna have a discussion about this. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and let's talk about just right out the gate. Let's talk about freaking Friday. Roddy just dropped a bomb. Not really a bomb. He just let folks know about the ratings for NXT last night. Look at this. It broke a record. Year's Evil. Look at that. Shawn Michaels, you did it. With all the hype of that week, you did it. 957,000 viewers from 8 to 10. That is apparently the most since when? Let me see. That is the most. If I can freaking pull up. Right, stop being weird. Weird website. Where'd it go? Okay, let's back out and fix that. Okay, let's go back. Here we go. Here it is. Okay. Apparently, it's the highest since what? 2019. This is the best viewership for NXT since September 12th. Yeah, wow. So since 6 years ago on USA Network. So again, wrestling's hot. Folks are paying attention. You know, it's the whole thing. Netflix again, #1. They surpassed Squid Game season 2. So everything's good, right? It's all hunky dory. What's up, Rizar? How you doing? Love to see NXT win. They also had the extra entire first hour for the women, so that's cool. Yeah, I did notice that. Like the first 3 matches for were women. Those numbers did pretty well. Giulia's new champion. She beat Roxanne Perez. We all saw that coming, right? At this point, we all knew that Roxanne's reign would be over. The match ended up ending kind of flat for me, but it's not their fault. It's more about the production of the show. The way they produced that match, it ended in a way that wasn't really exciting or didn't create a pop. It was just kind of like, oh, she hits the G trigger, she hit her Northern Lights bomb, and that was kind of it, right? It didn't really like climax. There wasn't really like big moment. It just kind of ended, which is kind of unfortunate. But the moment happened, we all saw it coming. That's why they brought her here. They brought her into NXT to win the championship. That was always going to happen. The question is, what's going to happen with Stephanie? I don't know. So let's talk about the women's division, right? We have Tiffany, Giulia, and Rhea Ripley as your new champions. I jokingly said, not really a joke, I'm being dead serious. It's only a matter of time. Like half the internet hates Rhea Ripley. It's only a matter of time until folks start hating Giulia and Tiffany Stratton. If you don't think so, you just don't know the internet, and you're probably new to the whole wrestling scene, okay? When it comes to IWC, they love you at first. Look at Rhea Ripley. She was the darling of the IWC when she beat Charlotte Flair, right? And then what happened? Her booking. They were frustrated about it. Some people were mad about how she beating their faves. They didn't like her not being in the women's division. It seemed like she's kind of going back and forth with Dom and not really being focused in the women's division, you know. Then she turned to a babyface. Whole Liv Morgan story happened. So people have been disappointed with her reign. So when it comes to like getting crap from the IWC, it's a mixture of 2 things. They don't like your booking. You're beating their faves. That's like the biggest indicator. Honestly, I'm being completely honest with you. If you put somebody up against a rabid fan base, more shit comes. Like, for example, Liv Morgan has a lot of fans. People were upset with how Rhea Ripley was booked against Liv Morgan, right? She was always beating Liv Morgan up. She was always looking super strong. Super Rhea Ripley, Rhea Hogan, right? That's where it comes from. It comes from Liv Morgan fans being upset, right? That's how it kind of started. Even a little bit with the Becky Lynch stuff, right? Bianca Belair's run when Asuka came along, right? She beat Asuka at WrestleMania. Oh, I'm tired of Bianca Belair because they wanted Asuka to have her moment. So, Asuka has not won a match at WrestleMania, right? So those things add up to it. A lot of it comes down to stand-em. It all comes down to being a stand, a lot of that. But there's also like some legitimate issues with booking that adds to it. But don't you worry. If you're hoping that Tiffany Stratton will get shit, it's going to happen. Whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. Same with Giulia. I already see it now. Giulia will get, she's boring, doesn't cut a promo, it's not interesting, there's no story, blah, blah, blah. That's what Giulia will get. Tiffany will get, oh, she's not interesting, her character is boring, it's not dynamic, is a boring character, she's only popular because of her look, yada, yada, yada. That's what's going to happen, okay? Book it. Well, Triple H did really no favors with her first reign. No, that's true. I'm not going to sit here and say her reign was good. It wasn't. It wasn't a good reign. It was not. It wasn't. So I think the second reign was going to be better. I think so. Before her injury, her legitimate injury, I think the second reign was going to be better. I can't guarantee that. I can only speculate. I think it was going to be better, but I have no way of knowing that for sure. I just think that they're going to go a specific route with Liv Morgan. Whether Liv Morgan was going to beat her for the belt, I don't know. But I think that storyline was going to be a tight story that made sense. But we didn't get it because she got injured. And speaking of Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, in this new era, it's over, right? The Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley storyline ended on Monday. How you feel about it? How you feeling? Appropriate? Happy? Sad? Disappointed with the ending? Did you want to see more from it? Or just happy it's over? What are your thoughts? I think at this point, I originally thought it was going to go all the way to Mania. And I was proven right by PW Insider when they said that the original plan was for it to go to Mania. And they pivoted. They said they pivoted and decided, you know what? We're going to end it on the big Netflix show because it's like a Mania. I mean, they had everybody there, so it makes sense. What's up? Disappointed with the matches we got from the feud, but I'm glad it's over. Yes, so the matches were not really that great, specifically because they were booking Rhea Ripley to be very strong, and they wanted Liv Morgan to be more of like a chicken shit heel. Therefore, she needed interference. She needed Dom to get involved. She needed Raquel to get involved. This time, I knew because of the third time, it'd be over. Now, I'm trying to remember in that match, did Dom get involved? Like, here's the thing. Booking's interesting, right? Because Raquel and Dom, they could hit Rhea Ripley and it'd be DQ. There's ways they could have made sure that their girl retained the title, but they didn't for the sake of the storyline, right? I think it's better if you have somebody out there to thwart their plans, right? Someone come down there to stop Dom, to stop Raquel. Because if not, this just kind of looks stupid. Like, how do you not make sure that your girl retains, cause a DQ? Now, they could argue. They could have told the storyline, but they didn't tell the story. They could have had Liv Morgan say, don't interfere or don't cause a DQ. I want to prove that I can beat her straight up. Like, maybe she's feeling herself. She's feeling confident because she beat Io Sky clean. Like, I beat Io Sky clean. She's one of the greatest in the world. If I could beat her clean, maybe I could beat Rhea Ripley clean, right? They could have told that story, but it didn't. So Dom and Raquel just kind of ended up looking like lost out there. But I don't remember what they did. Like, what did Raquel and Dom do in that match to help Liv Morgan? Did they put in a chair or something like that? I don't remember. What do you think is next for Liv Morgan? I don't think the year she had in 2024 can't be ignored, and I think she will be in the high-profile match at Mania, and she's on the posters leading into Mania. I think Liv Morgan is in a better spot. I said this before. I think she's in a better spot than Rhea Ripley right now, because in my opinion, not about who's champion. It's never about who's champion, really. It's about who has the story. Now, it turns out a lot of the time, the person who has the championship has the storyline. That's why you feel like it's important, right? But that's not always the case. Sometimes the champion is kind of like just doing nothing. Look at the back half of Bianca Belair's reign. Look at Tiffany Stratton's her reign as NXT champion for the first half of it before Becky got involved. Nothing, right? Being champion doesn't guarantee anything. Only thing that guarantees you anything is a good storyline. Okay? Right now, Liv Morgan has a feud with Finn Balor that's continuing. There's that breaking up the Judgment Day. There's a civil war going on right there. That's the story there. Okay. Rhea Ripley has nothing right now. I'm a champion. I won. I'm gonna walk around as a champion until somebody steps up or they present a storyline. Liv Morgan is in a better spot. Okay. It's all about storyline. I always say this. I'll say it again until I'm blue in the face. Drew McIntyre was champion for 5 minutes. And for me, he was the best of the year. Wrestler of the year. Champion for 5 minutes, right? Why? Storylines, character moments. That's what makes the year for you, in my opinion. Just so happens, typically, the champion gets this story. That's why, you want the belt? Because champion gets the good storyline. But that's not always the case, as we've seen. So I think Liv Morgan is a good spot. Better spot than Rhea Ripley right now. We'll see how the Mania season goes for Rhea Ripley. If it's Io Sky, if that's her if the IWC gets their way, boy howdy, we are in for a rough 4 months, and I think the internet will crap on her reign again. I'm telling you right now, storyline will be awful. What you gonna say? Io Sky, you may be a good wrestler, but you're not bloody Rhea Ripley, and you just lost to Liv Morgan's clean, right? She'll throw that in there, and Io Sky will say, Io Sky will be the next champion, and that'll be it. That's the storyline. Now I'm hoping for Io Sky's sake, just focusing on Io Sky alone. Focus on her. I'm hoping to bring over Bayley to Raw. Therefore, we have a Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky triangle again. Tell something interesting there. That could be good for Io from a storyline standpoint, but from a marquee standpoint, from a bright lights standpoint, sure, Io Sky wins the Rumble or the Chamber. He faces Rhea Ripley. Storyline will not be there, but it'd be a good match, and that'll be that. That's fine. I'm just talking about the weeks leading up to Mania, okay? The weeks leading up to it will be rough, but the match will be good, and maybe nobody will care. Maybe. Not. Sometimes the matches are good, but nobody really remembers it. Like, for example, nobody talks about the Rhea Ripley Becky Lynch match. That match was solid. No one talks about it. Bianca Belair Asuka match was solid. Nobody talks about it, right? That was a good match. If you go back and watch that match in a vacuum, Bianca Asuka was good, but the build was not good. People didn't really care. So we'll see what happens with Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, if that's an actual match. Rhea versus Io would be like Bianca versus Asuka. Yep, got it. Exactly what I just said, Rezar. Took the words right out of my mouth. Two good wrestlers, terrible storyline. You better hope the match cooks, and you better hope that the Now the thing about Bianca Asuka, like I said before, that match was panned online, not for the in-ring, because the winner was not Asuka, right? Asuka fans got very vocal and said, "Oh, boo, Asuka lost. This match sucks," right? That's what happened. Similar situation with Bianca Asuka on the flip side, when Bianca lost the title to Asuka, right? A lot of Bianca Belair fans were saying, "Why would you do that?" She lost the belt in Saudi Arabia to a weird finish with the damn mist in her fingers. That's how Bianca Belair's run ends. Longest reign in modern history. It ends like that. Bianca fans were upset. So they panned that match. That match sucks, right? Even though the in-ring is not that bad. So it just depends on the reaction to the fans a lot of times. A lot of people were very, very behind Rhea Ripley beating Charlotte Flair. So when it happens, it's great. Oh, amazing. I guarantee you, you have the same exact match between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. Same match. But at the very end, Charlotte Flair hits the finisher and wins. Completely different reaction from the fans. Will they say it was a good match? Sure. But it will not be beloved as it is now. I'm telling you. The outcome of the match, when it comes to IWC, matters. If Charlotte Flair would have beat Rhea Ripley, if she would have beat her that day, we would have got a slightly different reaction. Not terrible, oh it sucks, but a slightly different reaction from the fans. I'm telling you. IWC is very predictable. But yeah, so let's talk about Raw. Let's kind of just go through Raw a little bit. Not like step for step, but I'm just go through some of the images that give me a reminder of what happened on that damn show. So Triple H presented himself with the curtain drop. It was hilarious. He was there. It's not the Triple H era. Yeah, it is, dude. You think it is. Come on, just not be shy about it. You think it's the Triple H era, just like we all do. Hunter, okay? Oh, you ready? All right. It's a good opener. Then Dwayne came down there. A lot of people were disappointed with Dwayne. We're gonna skip over Dwayne. Might as well. Here we have the Tribal Chief. This was a solid match. They did a good job here. The fans were into it. I liked this match. Solid stuff. Tribal Combat. They went to work. Obviously, you had a lot of interference. Jacob Fatu come down there. So it was a good introduction to the Bloodline storyline if you are a new viewer and you haven't been paying attention. So I thought they did a good job reminding folks, or not reminding, but telling folks about this damn storyline. It was funny because Cody came in, stunned Roman. Not Cody. Kevin Owens came in and stunned Roman. Then Cody came in, gave him the damn cutter. It was like the damn Mania main event all over again. Ultimately, Roman wins. I was hoping to see freaking Drew McIntyre screw him, but whatever. That didn't happen. John Cena came out there with his corny babyface run. It's all good. We all love John Cena here. Basically hyped himself up for the Rumble. So now people are saying he could come in and win the Rumble. Would I hate it? Probably not. There's nobody that I think needs to win the Rumble. Like, oh, it has to happen. The storyline has to happen. It's not there. So if he wins the Rumble, fine. I don't really care. I'm not going to get upset about it. Good for John Cena. He's back for Field World Tour. That'll be fun. It'll be interesting to see how they book that. Cena is my favorite to win the Rumble. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Why not? Now, does that mean a Mania main event? I have mixed feelings about that. I have mixed feelings about John Cena, The Rock, these superstars coming back when the WWE is hot and getting main event spots. I'm sorry, I just don't love it. I don't hate it. I just don't love it. Okay. Last year we got Rock all over the damn Mania card in the main event the first night, and he popped up the main event the second night. That's all fine. But to do it again with the Rock in main event, and now we got Cena in the main event, and we push the new people. Like I don't even want to see Cody in the main event. Like he had 2 back-to-back. I would have been fine with having Cody Rhodes open up night 2 this year. We got 2 back-to-back Cody Roman main events. Can you take a break for 1 year, Cody? Just 1 year? Take one break. And it's just one break. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Probably Cody. Some combination of Cody, CM Punk, Roman, Cena in the main event. It is what it is at this point. Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. Of course, talked about it before. There's no way Triple H would have his daughter lose on the grand stage of Netflix. This is the first time people are tuning in for the first time in a long time. New viewers, right? Don't present her and say, hey, here's a loss. No, you present her as a winner. Rhea Ripley, she's the best. She's the champion. Here's her conquering moment. Like her, watch her. She's the face of the company. You don't have her lose here, right? You notice everybody who won were like faces, right? Think about it. Jey Uso won, babyface. Rhea Ripley won, she's a face. Roman Reigns won, he's the face in this dynamic. Even though I think he's still a freaking scumbag as a character, he's a face in the dynamic, right? What's the last one? CM Punk. He's more face than Seth right now. They're both baby faces, but he's more face than Seth. All of the baby faces won. To kick off the new era and to present the new fans with the people they're supposed to root for, you know, is very calculated and intentional. So yeah, this was a solid match. It's probably better than most of the matches. Liv Morgan kicked out of the Riptide. Good for her. Dom got kicked in the balls. New champion. Had freaking, this is ridiculous, having The Undertaker come out there. Like I said before on Twitter, find somebody who loves you the way Triple H loves Rhea Ripley. He loves that girl. Had freaking The Undertaker coming out here and for no reason but to say, hey, look at Rhea Ripley, she's cool, put her over. All the old fans that are tuning in now, The Undertaker is blessing this chick from Australia, okay? The American Badass is celebrating the Australian Badass, right? Just to put her over even more. I mean, that's just how it works. Now, this entrance, I'll be honest with you, was not a fan of this match. This match was on the show simply because of the entrance. He wanted that entrance on the show. That's what it is. 100% no ifs, ands, or buts. He wanted the Jey Uso entrance on the first debut on Netflix, so we got this match. It's the only reason why this match is on the show. The only reason for this entrance alone. You see, what's his face? Can't remember the rapper's name right now. Not Young Thug. Who's this? Who's the rapper? Who's the rapper? Travis Scott. Right? I'm blanking. Travis Scott. Yeah, I'm not hip these days. Apparently, too busy listening to like MF Doom. Yeah. Travis Scott came down here with Jey Uso. That's what it was for the entrance. The match did not matter. This all about the entrance. Io Sky had a ball. Io Sky and Dakota Kai were yeeting like crazy. Very cute stuff from Dakota Kai and Io Sky. They're yeeting out there. Good for them. Drew McIntyre come down there again. Who cares? The match was a kind of a dud. I don't really care about that. Drew lost. Whatever. Now this was something. Let's talk about the Hulkster. Okay, the Hulk Hogan. Now Hulk Hogan was booed, brother. And look how ridiculous he looks. I mean, can't blame him. Now, there's some people who think that he was booed because he's a Republican. That's nonsense. The Undertaker is a unabashed Republican, like full on. The Undertaker had freaking Trump on his podcast. He's a full on Republican and proud of it. He champions it. He champions Trump. He got cheered. Reason why Terry here got booed is a multitude of things. Okay, his racism over the years. They're tired of the stick. They're tired of the gimmick. They're tired of him and his damn beer ad. They're just tired of him. It's a collection of stuff. He did like a fool when he went over there and like tore off his shirt for Trump. Yeah, it looks silly, okay? But that's not why he got booed. It's a collection of all the things over the years. They're tired of him, tired of his racist rants. They're tired of his everything. They're just done with him. Move on, right? It's over. He got booed in Florida years ago. It's not like a new thing. Oh, LA is a liberal thing. No, he got booed in freaking Florida. It's over, man. Move on with your life. Stop bringing him back. Now, unfortunately for WWE and Netflix, he's on the freaking mat. Could have now like bought an entrance in it. They bought like he invested in his American beer. So now they're like, got to promote that because they're not invested in it. What a mistake. Netflix, they're probably upset because they're booing. He's saying, what you do, brother, when Netflix comes, whatever bullshit he said. He got booed. Man got booed wearing Netflix merch. Okay? They can't be happy about that. So hopefully they're still smart enough to keep the Hulkster off the TV. Yeah, nobody cares about Hulkamania. 125. Rhea Ripley, all her matches, it sucked. Her match 2 days ago on Monday Night Raw was not the best, but it was fine. It did what it needed to do. People now know how much of a narcissist he is. Yes. If they were going to invest in a beer, should have been Stone Cold. Yeah, I agree. Why not invest in Stone Cold beer? Another Republican, I'm sure, but they don't care because it doesn't matter about that. Fans don't care about that he's a Republican. They care about his racist rants over the years and his demeanor and his look and he's a buffoon. They're just tired of it. Old man, retire gracefully. Okay? Look at Undertaker. Did he say anything? Came out on a cool bike, rolled around, didn't say shit. I'm cool. I'm quiet. I'm a American badass. I'm on a motorcycle. I'm not going to cut a promo and make noise, brother. It's over, dude. It's over, Terry. What you going to do next time they boo you? You know, it's over. But will he listen? Probably not. He'll be back. Main event was good. Good match. I like usually I don't like when they spam finishers because I think finishers should be the end of it, but it worked fine. CM Punk used his finisher, Seth finisher. Seth used CM Punk's finisher. It was all fine. I like the match. Probably match of the night. Not probably. It was match of the night. Me, good match. Good stuff. We move, okay? So, all in all, I think Raw was a success. My only problem with Raw was the promo time given to The Rock and Hogan. The Rock came down there, and it was not. I just realized that gallery did not have any Rock pictures at all. The Rock came down there, and he was very much the board member Rock, Dwayne Johnson, the board member, talking about Netflix and Cody Rhodes and all that stuff. I don't want to hear that, okay? That's what Triple H did. It happened back to back. You had Triple H talk about Netflix era, blah, blah, blah. Then you had Dwayne come out there, say the same shit about Netflix, and like, I don't want to hear it. If you're not the final boss, stay off TV, okay? What he did on NXT yesterday was embarrassing. The man went on NXT and said nothing. No lines, no story beats to talk about, even with the existing talent. No, nothing. He just came out there and said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about." He's rambling like he forgot his lines. It was terrible. Dwayne Johnson, I understand that you're on the board, and I respect that. If you're not in character, stay the hell off TV. Okay, I don't want to hear from Dwayne Johnson, the board member. I want to hear from The Rock, final boss, within the storyline. Stay off NXT, stay off Raw, please, going forward, for the love of Christ, man. You're yapping, talking about nothing. Like, you should have ended the show with Giulia, for crying out loud, but we had to end the show with that. We had to hear about Dwayne Johnson talk about nothing for 7 minutes. He kept saying, run out of time, got 2 minutes, I got 4 minutes, got 6 minutes. Like, dude, shut up and talk. It was terrible. It was terrible. Stay off TV for a minute, man. So, overall, besides Terry and Dwayne, I thought everything was pretty much straightforward, and it accomplished the goal. It accomplished their goal, introducing the new audience to the talent and the storylines. I think they did a solid job there. Was it the like overhyped and disappointing? Maybe a little bit overhyped. I don't know what I was expecting. It wasn't a Mania. I don't think it was a Mania. Not really. Because the commercial breaks and the structure of TV just wasn't the same as the PLE. PLE will always be better. The PLE will always be better. So, yeah, it was fine. I'll give it like a 7.5. A lot of good stuff. No Becky Lynch. One women's match. Only one women's match. No real surprises beyond stupid stuff like the Hulk. They kept showing celebrities, and I think it's smart to do that. It's smart to show celebrities so like the new audience to know that, oh, this is hip, it's cool, it's fresh. Like Vanessa Hudgens out there, Macaulay Culkin's out there, all the stars are out there. It's smart to do that. It's smart marketing-wise, brand-wise to do that. So I understand that. How about that pop that Tiffany got? That pop was insane. Let's talk about Tiffany for a second. Let's talk Tiffany. Tiffany Stratton may be champion a little longer than I thought. So I was thinking that it was possible that she dropped the belt at Mania. But based on the reaction she's getting, I think that might be a pipe dream. I think Tiffy is a bona fide star in the making right now. She's on the rise big time. And I think Rhea Ripley might be in danger of losing her spot. Not with Triple H. No. But with the most over women talent on the main roster right now, Tiffany's pops are louder than Rhea Ripley's right now. I think Tiffany's pops are louder than Rhea's. And that might continue depending on the booking. I think Tiffany Stratton is in prime position to be the face of the company and face of the women's division for a hot minute going forward now. We'll see what happens though. We'll see. Right now, when it comes to posters, it's always Bianca, Rhea, Liv, a lot of posters for Liv right now. Becky down the line, right? A little bit of Becky there. We'll see what happens now. How many posters will Tiffany be on going forward, even after she drops the belt? Even after the belt's gone, how many posters will she be on? I think it'll be a lot. She's over like a rover. Looks great with the belt, obviously, right? So yeah, I think Tiffany is in a very good position with the WWE going forward, and with these pops she's getting. I think she's better as a heel. She stay there for a while. And to not pivot to face yet. Let her be a heel. Let her get used to that first. and we'll see where it goes. But Tiffany's a very good spot. Very, very good spot. What's going on here? Why did I do that? I don't know. Might be a tweener. We'll see. Like right now, she's still a heel, right? Let's not forget what she did, right? Let's not forget what she did. Went down to the ring, hit the babyface who was freaking challenging for the belt. That's not how a babyface works, right? She's a heel. So why she hit Naomi. A babyface did not hit the babyface challenger trying to fight for the belt, okay? That's a heel move. She took out Naomi. She threw out Bianca Belair. She told the guy who put her plates in, her new Tiffany Time plates, she said, hurry up, I got a thing to do. This was after the match. She's telling the guy to hurry up. She's a heel. Okay, we'll see where it goes, but she's definitely still a heel. Who'll work off of Bianca. She'll work off of Nia as a heel. And we'll see what happens when Charlotte Flair shows up. But she's far from a face. We need to see more evidence before we say anything like that. People are saying, oh, she's a face, you're crazy. Nothing she did on that night was face. Nothing she did. It was all heel. Everything she did that day on that cash-in was a heel move. She cost the babyface challenger. No face does that, okay? No face cost the person trying to wait. The person who's trying to challenge for the belt, she got screwed by Tiffany. That's not what a face does. Now, if she would have waited to after the match, that'd been a little bit different, right? But she caused a DQ. That's not a face move. We'll see what happens later on, though. Tiffany, congratulations. You are in a very good spot going forward. Loud pops. Her, and I want to say her and Macaulay Culkin were the loudest pops of the night, probably. That's impressive. She's a star, man. And I called it from day one. And I have the receipts. You want me to pull it up? I have the receipts. Back in, was it like her first year on the roster, on the NXT roster, I said, wasting time. I think she's wrestling Fallon Henley. I think like a year into it, her run. Like, you got to waste some time. Give her all the time, all the TV time. She's a star. She's the biggest talent they have, clearly. I said that, and look who's right there. Me. Because I know a star when I see one. Tiffany loses to Charlotte Flair at Mania. Very possible. Charlotte Flair has to break that record eventually. Who thinks Charlotte Flair won't break her father's record? I don't. It's going to happen. So, sure. That's very possible. Thanks for Super Chat. Dayton? Her crowd reactions may actually turn her babyface, sure, because the WWE Universe loves her. That's a decent shout. I mean, that's what happened with Rhea Ripley, right? Rhea Ripley was a heel. Crowd turned her. Now, also look at Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is a heel, getting great reaction from the crowd, but she's still a heel. Chicken shit heel even, right? So it depends. Like, you can do either thing. You don't have to roll with the crowd. You can keep her steady in her heel run if you want to. She'd be a popular heel. It's possible, right? Rhea Ripley was a popular heel for a long time before making the transition. You're getting loud pops as a heel for a long time before going to a face. So they can do the same thing with Tiffany. They can do the same thing. Look at Chelsea Green. Still a heel. Not seen this lurking? Lurking where? In this photo? Oh, no, just talking about something else. Okay. Yeah, so Tiffy time it's well among us, folks. It's not going anywhere. Like I said, it's a lot like Chris Jericho was as a heel. Yeah, he's a heel and very popular. Yeah. Braun Breaker was getting a lot of good reactions as well as a heel, but he's more a tweener now. I would say Braun. He's definitely more a tweener. We'll see what they do with Tiffany. We'll see. Tiffany is a top babyface. No, she's not. She's still a heel. Wait and see what happens, folks. She's still a heel for now. You are a heel by character, not by crowd reaction, okay? A lot of people like Darth Vader. A lot of people love Darth Vader. Darth Vader is their favorite character. They love Darth Vader. They have Darth Vader statues and posters. They love Darth Vader. Does that mean Darth Vader is a babyface or a good guy? No. Crowd reaction does not dictate the heel or face, okay? It's just, they love her, okay? But she's a heel. Off topic, Samantha Irvin was crapping on Hogan. Who wasn't crapping on that man? Who wasn't? Who wasn't? Samantha Irvin. We all love Samantha Irvin here. She's a troll. Man. Talk about NXT in a second. We had a new champion there. 2 new champions, in fact. We had Giulia and Obafemi. What's going to happen with Roxanne Perez? What's going to happen with Trick Williams? What's going to happen there? Samantha Irvin, I appreciate you. The follow there. That's what's up. Samantha Irvin knows what's up. That's why I'm a fan. Appreciate you, Samantha Irvin, for the follow. But yeah, let's see the Hulk Hogan. What we're talking about. What? Rapidly with the straps. Rhea Ripley, that is corny as hell. Okay, Strappily. Zoe Stark looking good. Look at Zoe Stark. Clean up well. That was a very cool edit. That was a very cool transition. Well done. That was well done. That's well done. Good job. Let's see. Hulk Hogan, yes. Was booed, retweeted by Smith Irvin. He's retweeting all the boos. I did my part to boo Hogan. I didn't see that. I didn't see that from Kevin Owens. That's hilarious. I did my part to boo Hogan. That's hilarious. Let me back this up a little bit. In fact, let me do this. Do this. I did my part to boo Hogan. That's funny. Hogan is just, you know, he's very booable right now. Very easy to boo that man. Anyway, yeah. New face of the company right there. Giulia carrying the title into Summer Destiny. Yes, I agree with you. That's definitely going to happen. If you don't know what she's talking about, I'm assuming it's a she. My bad, Solar, if you're not a she. You might be a dude. I don't know. My bad. What they're talking about, Solar, is Summer Destiny for Mario Gold in Japan. It's their WrestleMania. It's the biggest show, right? We believe that Giulia will be wrestling on that show. She'll be champion with the NXT title. I believe she'll be facing Utami Hayashishita, who's currently the champion. She'll be walking into that show as NXT champion. She'll face Utami, or maybe Sari. Probably Utami, because of the actual tease they were doing for the longest time in Mario Gold. So yeah, it'll be WWE champion against Mario Gold champion. That'd be cool. It'll end in a draw, by the way. It'll end in a draw. That's what Rossi does. Rossi Ogawa. He'll book it for a draw, but it'll be good. Expect Obafemi versus Javon for the Mania, or for Stand and Deliver. Well, that depends. Sure, I guess they could call up Trick Williams to SmackDown. So that's what we believe is going to happen. Is that going to happen? Trick Williams to SmackDown? Is that what you want to see? Sure, whatever. Like, that'll be fine. Him mixing it up with Carmelo Hayes, that'd be good. Not my favorite in the ring. Not my favorite in-ring worker, but he'll be fine because he's a star and people like him. So I can see him on SmackDown. Yeah, tag team? I don't think so. Carmelo's a bona fide heel, and Trick Williams is they could continue a storyline. They could continue a storyline with him, but I don't want to see a tag team. I don't think so. NXT call-ups are doomed. It's going to be rough. But the people who are like pushing for Roxanne Perez on the main roster, take it easy. I'm not convinced it'll be that much of a push right away. Not right away. Look at Lyra. She's been on the show for a long time. She got pushed very quickly at first with the whole PLE show. She faced off against Nia Jax in Saudi Arabia at the Queen of Ring tournament. And then she's kind of on the show for a while. And Roxanne had the same situation. I think she may be booked similar to Melo. Mid-card champion, not champion. Mid-card talent who is kind of like getting seen, mixing it up, getting TV time, but not really doing anything in terms of chasing, really. I'm not really convinced that Roxanne Perez's booking will be strong under Triple H. I'm not convinced by it one bit. I would be kind of concerned about her booking on the main roster. She may be lost in the shuffle a little bit, but we'll see. Lyra would be fine. She's going to be champion, I think. Now, saying that, I do believe that Lyra will beat Dakota Kai. But with this whole news of Bayley going to Raw, you could do a Bayley, Io, Dakota Kai storyline around that IC title. Okay, you could do that. Are they going to do it? Probably not. But that's a legitimate storyline for Io, Dakota Kai, and Bayley at Mania. You have a triple threat match. Triple threat. Bayley, Io, Dakota Kai for the IC title. That worked fine for me. I'd love that, but we'll see. He'll be on Raw next week. And we'll see what happens. Here she is shaking the bald man hand. So we'll see what happens with Bayley on Raw. Will it be a full-time thing? Will it just be a one match? We'll see. But I would love to see her on Raw. Why not? But I'm not convinced. It may just be a one-off. I do agree. She feel like she kind of feel like she's kind of misplaced on SmackDown right now. Like, kind of feel like she's not really doing anything on SmackDown. So I could see her going to Raw. It all depends on the Jade Cargill storyline. It all depends on what they're doing with Bianca and Jade and Bayley and Naomi, right? They're doing some type of weird tag team match. Then you need Bianca and Bayley to be on the same show to do some weird tag team match where like Bianca, Jade, and Bayley team up against Naomi and the Meta Girls, something like that, right? So if you're doing some kind of weird tag team, maybe you need her on SmackDown. If not, then yeah, send her to Raw. Dakota Kai, Io, Kyrie, they're all over there. It's more compelling storylines over there for Raw. For her, at least. Why was Wyatt 6 not on the big? Because Wyatt 6 is not priority. Wyatt 6 is mid-card talent. Right now, at least. Not forever, but right now, Wyatt 6 are feuding with Final Testament. You tell me. Is Final Testament mid-card? Are they top of the card? No, they're kind of mid-card, right? So yeah, Final Testament is mid-card, so they got mid-card booking right now. The picture of Rossi and Taro Okada, Mayu, is hilarious. It is hilarious. Hilarious picture. So let me see if I can find that. Who will main event Raw next week? I want to say Lyra, Dakota Kai, but I don't really believe that. We'll see. Maybe the street fight. There's going to be a match between Finn Balor and Damian Priest that is scheduled for next week. So probably the street fight. So I'll say that. I believe that Damage Control might be done with everything on Raw. Well, if Io, we could always do Dakota Kai, Bayley storyline. Because Io and Bayley teamed up, right? They teamed up. So Io is on good terms with Bayley because they teamed up at War Games. Dakota Kai did not team up with her. Dakota Kai may have feelings still for Bayley in a negative fashion. So perhaps we have a Bayley Dakota Kai storyline. But I'll be very interested to see what they do with Dakota Kai. I right now am predicting that she loses. Lyra wins. How can you have Lyra Valkyria beat Io Sky clean and then lose to Dakota Kai? I'm sorry, it doesn't make any sense. Lyra should beat Dakota Kai. I'm hoping her beating Dakota Kai will cause a character moment. Again, it's not about who's champion. It's about who has a storyline. So Dakota Kai wins. She may not have a good storyline. But she loses, then she could get upset. She could turn. She could attack Io. She could attack Bayley. She could do a lot of stuff as a heel. I like her better as a heel. I like her better as a heel for her future prospects. For example, Liv Morgan. I had this debate with Liv Morgan fans for a long time. I said Liv Morgan should be heel. I said it year after year after year, and they said no, she's a face. She's a baby face. Like, you guys are so wrong. her booking will be better off as a heel because you can book her to cheat. Triple H does not see her as a strong champion. He just doesn't. He will never book her super strong. The same thing will happen for Dakota Kai. Triple H will never book her super strong. So if you want a push of substance, you have to turn her heel. Did it for years, and I've proven right. Okay. Again, Liv Morgan, that wide smile she has, is that her cadence, when she talks, is all heel. I think Dakota Kai, as a heel, is better off with her booking prospects. She has more opportunities as a heel. Same for Chelsea Green. She'll never be booked strong. She will never be booked strong. But as a heel, she can get ahead. That's my only point. I go for Dakota Kai. Chelsea Green. Io Sky. Not Io Sky, Liv Morgan. Io Sky, on the other hand, now someone might say, she's small, she's miniature, she's athletic, she's ridiculously talented in the ring. And when you're that talented in the ring, from an athletic standpoint, from a spot standpoint, you can get over as a face. So there's a difference. Io Sky has more to her in the ring. She has more to her in the ring. So because of that, she can get over as a face. On her in-ring alone. On in-ring alone, she can get over. So she doesn't have to be a heel. Now, someone else like Kairi Sane, babyface Kairi Sane will have trouble. I'm telling you, under Triple H, she's gonna have trouble. Now, heel Kairi Sane, as a singles, has a better shot. This is how it is. But yeah, I think Dakota Kai will turn heel. For her fans' sake, it should happen. I see Asuka coming back to join up with Dakota Kai. Not Dakota Kai, but Kairi Sane. I could see Kairi Sane and Asuka, the Kabuki Warriors. I could see them winning at Mania, finally. You can have them beat Lash and Nakara. Why not? It's time. Let's talk about NXT real quick. So we had Giulia here. She's all strutting her stuff, coming down the ramp. Then Los Angeles. Faces Roxanne Perez. This match, again, talked about before, it ended kind of flat. She got a prodigy on her. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't see that before. That's cool. Good match. Well, I didn't even show her holding the belt. Is that serious? Let me see. They didn't show. Probably showed at the end when she was Obafemi. They probably had that picture, but not the one where she was in the ring by herself. Let's see. I'm just curious. I probably shouldn't have done this. Now I have to go all the way back. Let's see if they had the shot with her and Obafemi. Oh, right back around. That's what. Okay, right back around. Okay, there it is. That's weird. Why is it ordered like that? Here's her and Obafemi behind the confetti. Anyway, he beats Roxanne. Clean. Cause duh. That's somebody's phone. No, that's the lights. I'm dumb. I'm crazy. Anyway, so now the plan has been put in full effect. She is now champion, and now we see what happens. I think it would be a mistake to not do Giulia against Stephanie at Stand and Deliver. They could do Roxanne rematch at New Year's Evil. Not New Year's Evil, but Vengeance Day. Because why not? Roxanne won the first time. Giulia won the second time. They haven't had an actual PLE match, so let them have an actual commercial-free PLE style match. Maybe add a stipulation. Do it at Vengeance Day. That sounds like a good idea to me. That's what they should do. Giulia was crying when she won. She was. The entire Joshi scene was congratulating her. A lot of her Mario Gold fans, not fans, her Mario Gold friends, like Koki Amare, like Mai Sakurai, like Utami, Shozumi. They all came out in Shozuki, Natsumi Shozuki, not Shozumi. They all came out and thanked her on Twitter. Not thanked her. Praised her. Thank you. No, they praised her on Twitter and said congratulations. So that's nice to see. And Obafemi, new champion. This is appropriate. The Nigerian warrior is now a champ. It makes sense in all the sense in the world. Trick Williams, I don't really care what they do with you. Go to main roster, whatever. I like Obafemi. I prefer him to Trick Williams. Just a complete star, in ring, out the ring, aura, talent on the mic. It's great overall talent. We'll see what happens with him in NXT. I don't really see anybody challenging him anytime soon. Who do you book to fight him? Javon Evans, probably, sure. Wesley can get a run, maybe Adam. He's so popular. He's like a tweener now, basically. He's so popular right now. So we'll see what happens. Maybe they do could do Ricky Starks, but he's not coming anytime soon. Well, not until later on this year. They can do Ricky Starks. They can do Ricky Starks over Femi. They can do that. What else? Maybe Charlie Dempsey can get a run. Eventually, Charlie Dempsey got to get out of the whole like Heritage Cup thing. They need to elevate Charlie Dempsey eventually, here soon. They're taking their time with Charlie Dempsey, but I think they can elevate him now. I'm sorry, I have no interest in Shotzi versus Fallon Henley. Well, that's not going to happen. But yeah, Tavion Heights, yeah, another good talent. Push him. That's a good match. Tavion against Obafemi, sure. Yeah, I want Dempsey away from the damn Heritage Cup stuff. Enough. NXT overall was fine. I prefer the women's stuff. The women's matches were good. The finish to Obafemi, Eddie Thorpe, and Trick Williams threw me for a loop because I thought Trick Williams was going to pin Eddie Thorpe. I was wrong. Credit to her, credit to due. They swerved me. I was sure that Eddie Thorpe would get pinned by Trick Williams. They didn't do that. He didn't have to be in the match. I don't know why he was there. He didn't actually need to be there. Obafemi pinned Trick Williams. Why not just have that be a one-on-one match? I don't know why they even bothered putting him in it. Like, why bother having him be involved at all? It didn't really protect Trick Williams, so I don't know why he was even there. Like, as a one-on-one match, and have Obafemi win. It's not gonna hurt Trick Williams. Like, I don't know why they did that. Why? No shame in losing to Obafemi. It's weird. Okay, but I thought the match was good. I think Trick Williams did a very good job, so credit to him. Andre Chase, yeah, right. Person who's defeating Giulia will be Zarya. If I had my way, I'd have Giulia go to main roster after Stand and Deliver. And yeah, Zarya can beat Giulia, sure. I do believe Giulia will go on a long run. Not a super long run, but like to go like a year, probably. Then again, Shawn Michaels is a little interesting. Not really the same thing. It's not like back in the day. I could see her losing later on in the year. Like after Summer Destiny, like after she faces Utami, comes back, has another feud like with Fallon Henley maybe. Assuming Fallon Henley is not on the main roster. Had a feud with Cora Jade, had a feud with some other people. And then maybe later on in the year, she drops it to Zarya. I can see that. They'll keep Zarya strong. What are they going to do with Sol Ruka? Sol kind of just there. Right now they're having a Sol Ruka Zarya relationship. They'll be tag teaming. Then Zarya will turn on her. I want to see Sol Ruka called up at Stand and Deliver or after Stand and Deliver. That's what I would do. So we'll see. Sol Ruka's kind of just chilling. No title for her. They're arguably the most talented person down there. Nothing really going for her, really. I don't think she needs it. The folks who think that you have to win a title in NXT, you don't have to win the title down there. You don't. You go up to the main roster when it's time. Nobody cares, really. Okay? You don't have to win a title. You don't. A title is just a storytelling device. Now, it could be something like, hey, if you win a title in NXT, that's some type of indicator or some type of like evidence that the fans, not really the fans, but more like the creative team and the suits are behind you. Sure, I guess. But like Stephanie doesn't need a title run. She doesn't need one. She'll be booked strong the second she's on the main roster. The second she's on there, so I don't really care for a NXT run for Stephanie. I don't need to see it. She feels out of place. If I had to pick one person that feels out of place, it's Stephanie, because she's so clearly the best down there in the ring. She's so clearly ready to be on the main roster that it feels off. Like she doesn't need time to transition. Not like with Giulia. Giulia needs time to transition to America life. Like it's not. That's not what Stephanie needs. She feels like a person should be on the main roster now. Like it feels like it's a mistake. It feels like a little off. That's all. I think she should be on the main roster right now, kicking ass, facing off with Io Sky in the crew. I really do. So I'm hoping after Stand and Deliver, they don't waste any time, and she gets called up immediately. Especially if the rumors are true, they're heading toward Mexico later on this year for PLE. Well, you want her on the damn card. She's the only person who has not been pinned. Only person who has not been pinned on that damn roster right now. Zarya has been pinned. Soruka's been pinned, of course. Giulia's been pinned. She's the only person. What are they saving it for? What are they saving it for? Hopefully not the North American title, okay? I'm hoping that they do a triple threat match. So next week, they have Stephanie facing off with Shotzi. I'm going to predict a screwy finish. Maybe Fallon Henley gets involved, and it becomes a triple threat match. Now, someone will say, didn't they just do a triple threat match with Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams and Obafemi? Well, not really, because if you remember, it was different. Obafemi took out Eddie Thorpe. Eddie Thorpe came later on to interfere in the match. Not interfere, to join the match, right? It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, right? You can have this triple threat match, have Fallon Henley pin Shotzi. It'll be different than what we just saw. Completely different. So I had no problem with that. So Stephanie, I'm sorry, but no North American reign for you, okay? Just go chase Giulia, lose whatever, go to the main roster. That's where you belong. Okay, that's where she belongs. So I was wrong about this. I thought Lola Vice would win. Now here's my logic. I thought she would win because I thought they weren't going to have Stephanie in this damn storyline. It was clear that a face was going to win. Some baby face. So it's going to be either Soruka, not Soruka, but it's going to be either Lola Vice or Stephanie. So I thought, well, they're not going to put the mid-card belt on Stephanie. They're holding her for the Giulia's feud, so it's going to be Lola Vice, of course, right? Well, I was wrong. That's my logic. My logic was sound. And if Shotzi gets pinned in a triple threat match, then I was kind of right? Does Cora Jade go up with Roxanne Perez? She shouldn't, but probably. For the sake of Roxanne Perez, let me think. For the sake of the best case scenario for Roxanne, yes. Because you have somebody to bounce off, somebody to have promos with, somebody to tell storylines with. So it makes sense in that respect to call her up with her. But I don't think Cora Jade is ready right now. So why rush it? But then again, how much better is she going to get? That's a real question. How much better is Cora Jade going to actually get? Her promos are solid. I think her promos are a little better than Roxanne right now. The in-ring is not going to get that much better. I don't think so. So yeah, sure, why not? Call them up together. Roxanne and Cora Jade together, why not? Yep. Stephanie has not been pinned since she was pinned by Mercedes Moné. Yeah, not since Forbidden Door has she been pinned. Not once yet. Giulia will pin Stephanie, I agree. That's going to happen. Tony D'Angelo is going to chase Obafemi. God, help us. The way Shawn Michaels books, do not be surprised Stephanie beats... Yeah, well, yeah, he's weird. He'd be kind of weird, so I wouldn't be like super shocked if she won the North American title. Now, I will say this. They've been teasing her and Giulia the entire time. The entire time. Every damn face-off, there's been like 3 or 4 of them. Go back and look at her reaction to the Iron Survivor match when Giulia won. Look at her face. I've been teasing it the entire time. So like, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's my question. The plan is not to do Giulia versus Stephanie at Stand and Deliver. What are you doing? And that's what you've been teasing the entire time. Any other questions about anything? Look at this buffoon. Hulk Hogan was said to be surprised and disappointed. Well, Hulkster, Harry, wise up, okay? You need to wise up at this point. Which mirror card title will Stephanie be going for after on the main roster? IC title or US title, one of the two. I would book her as a long reigning mid card champion, similar to Gunther, then move up to the top title later on. Do you think Lash and Jakara become the new? Yes. Lash and Jakara will definitely win that match. That is obvious to me. I'd be shocked. I'd be flabbergasted if anything other than Lash and Jakara becoming the number one contenders. I think that is the move. I think Lash and Jakara will be champions very soon here. Because, I want those belts off Bianca. So, yeah. This is the move. You have them win. They challenge Bianca and Naomi. And then Jade Cargill comes out. I don't care how you do it. If Jade comes out there and gets involved, if Naomi screws her, whatever, take the belts off Bianca once this match happens. Okay, so once the match happens between her, Naomi, and Lash and Jakara, Naomi returns, maybe. Not Naomi, but Jade Cargill returns. I don't know. Charlotte Flair, I don't care. Somebody come down there and cost them damn tag titles and move on. It's been enough. An entire year of Bianca Belair in the tag team division, bringing along Jade, trying to elevate those damn titles for what? For what? No singles matches on the PLEs. Like, she's been used to elevate the shows. So, hey, Bianca, we need a banger. Here, come wrestle with EO. Come wrestle Piper Niven. Come wrestle Nia Jax. We need a banker here, Bianca. So she's the person they lean on for the big match on the TV shows. By that, I mean Smackdown and Raw. They call her up for that, but no PLE singles matches the entire freaking year. If you exclude the chamber match earlier last year, New Year these days, New Year. I'm done with it. Enough is enough. Get the belts on the Hoopers. So let's look at the Hoopers right now for women's division. Let's look at the Hoopers, who are champions. Would you say that the current slate of champions are Hoopers? Are they all Hoopers? What say you? Got Tiffany, got Rhea, got Giulia. Are they all talented in-ring performers? Are they Hoopers? It's funny how we don't see Oro. Yeah, what is going on with Oro? It's separating them. It's separating the Meta girls from the Meta 4, so it'll be over. Does it happen at Saturday Night Main Event? I think so, because I think they want the belts off them for the Rumble. So that takes place a week before the Rumble, so it makes sense to have Bianca and... Yeah, you do the entire angle. The entire angle happens there, right? You have Bianca and Naomi facing Lash and Jakara. Jade Cargill comes out there, cost them, whatever, big angle. A week before Rumble. Literally 1 week before the Rumble. Now, Bianca Belair be a single competitor heading to Rumble. Perfect timing. Yes, I want the Bianca Naomi match to happen at Saturday Night Main Event. All three are Hoopers? I agree. Tiffany, Hooper, a lot of talent in the ring, athleticism out the wazoo, so gifted in the ring from a physical standpoint, Ripley, established in the ring, talented, could put on bangers when given the chance, right? And Giulia is a great, very, 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 very good worker. Funny enough, folks who don't know this, Giulia got a lot of criticism over the years in the Joshi scene for her in-ring work. Because she wasn't Mayu Iwatani. She wasn't Azumi. She wasn't, you name them, Sari. She wasn't these super gifted in-ring talents. So she got a lot of shit. People said she's overrated. She's not that good, right? But she's come around, right? That was recent stuff. That's recent. That's not like old news. That's recent stuff. Her Stardom run, when she didn't Stardom, got a lot of in-ring criticism from the Joshi stands, right? But she is very good in the ring. Good worker. Doesn't put a foot wrong. And it has improved. Her NXT run is the best I've ever seen her. The best I've ever seen her in ring from a clean standpoint. No sloppiness, no errors, all clean stuff. She's the best she's ever been now. But again, there's a point where the Joshi stands were crapping her in ring. Jade returns at the Rumble and attacks Naomi. Plausible. It's plausible. Main roster getting Becky and Charlotte Flair back. Yes, I agree. I think Charlotte Flair returns this week. Why? Well, look at this week. Netflix debut for Raw. NXT debut for Netflix as well. Worldwide, at least, right? Worldwide, NXT's on Netflix, and this Friday, worldwide, Smackdown will be on Netflix. So, new audience for Smackdown, for the world, not for America, but for the world. So you bring in Charlotte Flair. You highlight Tiffany Stratton. Do something with Bianca, for crying out loud. Something. Because last week, she did not have one word of dialogue. Now, she did hit the KOD, right? She hit the KOD on Nia Jax, but she didn't say shit the entire show. I'm hoping give her something over the course of 3 hours, you know. But unfortunately, not until Lash and Hikaru win their match, I'm not expecting anything big. You would think the Jade Cargill return will coincide with the Lash and Hikaru title change. So you can't do anything with Jade Cargill yet until Lash and Hikaru become number one contenders. That happens next week. So maybe after that, so next week, Tuesday, is the 14th. Become number one contenders. And then they can go to SmackDown and talk shit. And then the following week is Saturday Night Main Event. Right? 25th, right? Yep. So literally, once they win the number one contendership next week, they have one more NXT before Saturday Night Main Event. So it lines up well. I don't know why you would have it on SmackDown and not that show. Especially considering I don't think Tiffany will defend that quick. Maybe not. Maybe it happens, but I don't think so. It won't be Rhea Ripley. That's not happening for a while. I don't see Rhea Ripley facing anybody for that belt for a long time. Not until maybe the Chamber. Maybe the Chamber. Maybe. That's a maybe. Here's a question, guys. Who faces Rhea Ripley for the title first? Because I would not be shocked if it doesn't happen until Mania. I would not be shocked. Who do you think faces Rhea Ripley for that belt first? Because I don't see it right now. Shayna, Zoe already faced her last reign. They could do it again, I guess, but probably not Becky. I don't think Becky. Babyface Bailey does it? EO at Mania? That's probably it. EO at Mania. That's the first time. So no defenses for Rhea Ripley. No defenses. So it'd be Tiffany. Maybe a Nia Jax rematch. That could happen. But at that point, if you book that, she needs to be face, maybe, at that point. But that's a clear babyface position. A championship match against Nia Jax. But I think Bianca and Naomi will wrestle on that show. I think that's a move. Makes the most sense. Yeah, that's my prediction. Bianca and Naomi defense on Saturday Night Main Event. Next week, Rumble. Literally, next week is Rumble. So whatever Jade Cargill has in store, leading right into the Rumble. Can you imagine if Jade Cargill wins a Rumble? Can you imagine if Jade Cargill returns and wins the Rumble? I wouldn't be like overly shocked. I would not be overly shocked. It would kind of be a mistake, probably, to do Tiffany Jade. That's a mistake. Jade, Rhea Ripley, random. I don't think she'll win it. I don't think she'll win the Rumble, but I wouldn't be like overly super shocked. I would not be. I would not be like, oh my God. I would not. I would not. Right now for me, Charlotte, Io, they're both viable options because there's no real storyline. Think about it, folks. Think about it. Last year, Bayley, in my opinion, obvious winner. Clear cut and obvious winner, Bayley. Year before that, Rhea Ripley, super obvious. Made it super obvious. Rhea Ripley is going to win that. Yeah. This year, not obvious. Not obvious. So we'll see what happens. Tiffany has 3 challengers. Rhea doesn't. Who's the 3? Nia, Bianca, Charlotte. Io or Charlotte feel like the most likely. Yep, I agree. Not gonna pull a swerve and call Jordan Grace's number for that. I don't think so. So yeah, not Becky either. So maybe Candice. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get a Bianca Tiffany match. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna happen. One, you don't want Bianca taking a pin in a singles match right now for the championship at least. That's number 1. 2, yeah, the repeater number 1. The same thing. You don't want Bianca Belair taking a pin right now for the title. Because if that's the case, why the hell did you have Bianca not face Nia Jax? Like, that was right there waiting for you. Who didn't see that coming, right? We all thought that maybe Bianca would face Nia Jax. It was there. Bianca was a freaking singles, wrestling on singles, like wrestling wrestling Nia Jax in a singles match. She wrestled Piper Niven in a singles match. She wrestled Io Sky. So why didn't Bianca say, hey, Nia Jax, what's good? But Naomi got multiple shots. Michin got a shot, right? But not Bianca. So why would you do Tiffany at this point? It doesn't make any sense. You didn't do Bianca Nia Jax, but you're going to do Bianca Tiffany. That's a banger waiting to happen. It's a banger, but I don't see it. I think Bianca will be a tag team champion until Saturday night main event. Jade Cargill comes out, and then it's Bianca, Jade, Naomi storyline. That's her focus. All the way to Mania. That's the focus. Maybe to do a triple threat. Maybe we'll get a triple threat. Bianca, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. I doubt it. I'm joking. Who will beat Candice for the women's speed? Who knows? Jordan Grace? Possible, but I don't think so. Bianca turning heel, facing Rhea Ripley this year? Don't think so. Now, to be fair to you, Rhea doesn't have any real options beyond Io, right? But unfortunately, I think he wants Bianca Rhea Ripley to be a Mania main event. You know, he loves Rhea Ripley. So he thinks the best option or the best way to get her in the main event spot is Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair. I'm speculating. I don't know for a fact. I'm guessing. But Bianca, Rhea Ripley is the best case for a Mania main event. And Triple H loves him some Rhea Ripley, right? So he wants her to have that moment, that Mania main event. I think he'll use Bianca Belair to do it. He used the streak, unstoppable force against an unmovable object, the great champion against the streak. What happens when they clash? That is a Mania main event. So we'll have to wait until 42. Unfortunately. Or maybe SummerSlam. I do believe that Bianca and Rhea Ripley will be on the same show. One thing I'll say about this, if Bianca is drafted to Raw, I do believe she will be. I do believe she'll be drafted to Raw. They cannot keep Rhea and Bianca away from each other until Mania. It's impossible. Why? Rhea has beaten everybody. She's beaten everyone. She's beaten Charlotte Flair. She's beaten Becky. She beat Bayley on Raw one time, but that's not a big storyline, right? She's beaten everyone. She'll beat Io potentially this Mania, right? This year. There's nowhere for her to go. So I do believe you could have a situation where Bianca Belair wins the Queen of the Ring, challenges Rhea Ripley, loses, at SummerSlam. Yep. Bianca will probably lose at SummerSlam. Then you get a heel turn that takes months for Bianca. A slow and steady, logical, with substance that makes sense heel turn that takes her to that point, and then she wins the Rumble and then beats Rhea Ripley at Mania. That's a year storyline, but I think it will take a year. Not like a quick 4-month sprint. No, a year storyline with Bianca and Rhea Ripley. According to Rhea Ripley herself, I always say this. I always say it. She said, the day me and Bianca have a feud, it'll be the greatest feud of all time. That's her words. It'll be the greatest feud of all time for the women's division. So if she feels that way, go tell your dad, Rhea Ripley, go tell your dad, hey, Papa Triple H, I want my feud with Bianca Belair to be the best ever. And see what Triple H says. Let's see what Hunter says, okay? What she said. Liv not winning the Rumble. I've seen that before. I've seen people say that. I don't know where they're getting that from. Some people say that Liv Morgan will win the Rumble. You're lost. It's over. It's over, folks. Look at this comment from Rhea Ripley. Back when she picked Charlotte Flair. Look at this. Bianca and I will be feuding for years to come. Hasn't happened yet, Rhea. Hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened yet, Rhea Ripley. We'll be feuding for years to come. Tell that Triple H. Because it hasn't happened yet. It was back in what, 2023? March? Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. We are in 2025. Coming up on 2 years since she said this. They have not feuded yet. So no, Rhea Ripley. You're wrong. Hasn't happened yet. Here's Rhea Ripley again. We want to be Stone Cold and The Rock. Rhea on Bianca Belair feud. Back in November 2022. I don't know if I could find the exact quote. I can find it later on, probably. She said, me and Bianca had the greatest feud ever. I can find it later on, but yeah, she's been talking about this for a while now. But yeah. We want our names etched in history. We want to leave legacy in the ring together, make magic, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, she said it before. I can't find the exact quote yet. Yeah, so that's her belief. Greatest feud ever. All right, so tell your dad to make it happen. I believe that feud deserves a trilogy. I think Bianca and Rhea Ripley is a trilogy stuff. I think that's a long feud. Probably do. We gotta deal with the faces off. Yeah. Face off after face off after face off between the two. Gets kind of annoying after a while because like stop teasing it over and over again. He knows what he's doing. He does it every 6 to 8 months. They'll face off. Every 6 to 8 months, they face off. He just does a little tease there, a little tease. Say, hey, this is my end game. This is what I want to do long term. This is the end game, right? Does it every damn time. Every 6 to 8 months, another face off. I'm like, when are they going to pull the trigger on this? I guess next year. I'm sorry, this year. Keep getting we're in the next year, new year, 2025. So I'm guessing sometime this year, Bianca and Rhea Ripley storyline will start. But I'm not holding my breath because I'm not convinced 100%, honestly. Not convinced 100% that is the direction he will go this year. But he keeps teasing it every step of the way. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Even down to the damn video game cover, folks. Down to the damn video game cover. So Ruka Bianca Blair, that'd be a banger. So Ruka Bianca, Tiffany Bianca, stuff like that, sure. Bianca and Rhea Ripley did do a little bit of staring off. Yep. We did. Roxanne versus Lyra on the main roster. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen for sure. Eventually. No, there's nobody there. Nobody is the favorite to win the Royal Rumble. I'm going with Liv Morgan. That feud is over. It's over. There's no point of having Liv Morgan drop the belt. To do the Rumble win for her and then face her again and lose. Like, we know what's going to happen. We know what time it is. Rhea Ripley is going to win at Mania. We know that. So why have her win the Rumble to go lose again? Doesn't make any sense. It'll probably be Io or Charlotte Flair. And that'll be that. That'll be that. No offense to Liv Morgan. She had a good year, but it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Any more questions before? I'm not watching AW tonight. I'm taking the night off from wrestling. So no AW for me. I'll watch AW tomorrow morning or Thursday. I'm skipping AW tonight. I'm just going to chill and watch something else for once. So no wrestling for me tonight. No Mercedes Moné with her 4 belts. Then again, I do want to watch Mercedes Moné with her 4 belts for once. I'll see a screenshot. He'll probably say something like, say hello to your CEO, and I'm 4 belts Moné. And that's about it. Nothing really to see there, so I'll probably skip AEW tonight and watch something else. Check this out. Director of Character Development, Rob Fee, states that that Raw on Netflix is going to get even more addicting from here. We'll be the judge of that. Even more addicting, he says. Why is that? More stories from the beginning. How they start, build, relationships play out, superstars interact. Invested in storylines. Sounds good to me. Nuance, captivating, attention to detail. A lot of good buzzwords here. A lot of very good buzzwords. So, according to this statement from Rob Fee, very, very storyline driven. Very, very tune in next week. I love that. Tell a storyline. Make me invested. Make me care about what happens in the very next week. I have to tune in. I can't miss anything. What do you want to see? Long-standing storylines that make sense, that are compelling, with interweaving characters. What do you want to see? So, Becky versus Lyra, that's what I would do. I love that idea. I love it. Becky Lyra, that's a match to make for me. Lyra Becky. Raw graphics were good. It was nice to see. CEO. All in all, these are exciting times for WWE, for Netflix, for Raw, for NXT, for the division. I want the damn transfer window to matter. So make something official beyond Drew McIntyre. Like, make something else official. Like, do something with that damn transfer portal, for crying out loud. But beyond that, we should all be excited. Even Nikki Bella's back. Everybody's happy about that. So good for Nikki. Good for the Bella twins. All right, we're all thrilled. So this is a good time to be a wrestling fan, of course. Liv Morgan is still happy about her dom. She's still in good spirits. Good for Liv Morgan. So she has a good idea. Still storylines. There's still character moments to be made between her and Dom and Finn. Not to be worried, folks. Liv Morgan fans, don't be worried. Everything's fine. There's still stuff to do. There's still stuff to see with that character, as long as it's compelling and interesting. As long as they give a shit, it'll be fine. No need to panic. Again, like I said before, doesn't matter who's champion. What matters is who has a good storyline. That's what matters. Let's see. Hunter needs to shut up. Hunter needs to shut up. Turn up the volume. If I go down, yeet. Please shut up. Just that same damn entrance again. That's all they care about, that damn entrance. It's a good poster, though. It's a good poster. He's an entrance merchant. That's what he is, an entrance merchant. Not a super kit merchant. An entrance merchant. That's what he is. I don't like Rhea Ripley. I like Rhea Ripley. She's cool. I didn't think about that. D and M. War Games was a thing, and now they're taking pictures backstage. That's kind of like out of kayfabe, in kayfabe. Like backstage segments, or not segments, backstage pictures. They're not really in kayfabe. So I'm not gonna get on for that. Yeah, the Yeet changed his life for real. The Yeet thing really made him a big star. He capitalized on the Yeet stuff. Good for him. I'm just not that big a fan. The entrance is cool, I guess. I mean, it is what it is, but you know, Yeet down and all that crap. We'll see. Catch a Yeet down. That's what he says. Not a beat down, but a Yeet down. Anything else? See, let's check Netflix real quick. Not Netflix. Check Reddit. Check Netflix. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Okay. Let's see what's happening on Reddit real quick. So CM Punk, Seth Rollins. I believe it's still gonna go down to Mania. Don't think that feud is over. Do not think that feud is over. So we'll see what happens there, though. I'm pretty sure. I'm not pretty sure. I'm not pretty sure. I don't know shit. I think that feud will continue to Mania, but we'll see. I don't buy that it's over yet. I just don't buy it. Not on Netflix. Not on Netflix. Not on Netflix. What the hell is that? It's gone. Okay. Yeah, nothing really to talk about here. I've done it all in WWE. I'm in the role now of helping new talent come up. That's nice. A shameless to say. Hey, Adam said that wrestling fans are the most welcoming. See what happens when you keep AW fans away? Keep AW fans away. Don't scare them off. Like what happened with Kat Dennings. AW fans scared away Kat Dennings, but Kay Adams loves WWE fans for now. Yeah, gotta keep the AW fans away when it comes to WWE shows, because they'll say you should watch AW or wrestling or WWE sucks. They ruined it with Kat Dennings. They had Kat Dennings and they ruined it. Can't trust the IWC. You just can't trust the IWC, really. But she's enjoying wrestling. Everybody's enjoying wrestling. It's all good. All right, folks. That's it for the stream. Enjoy AW. If you want to watch Dynamite, enjoy it. We'll see what happens. Will they have Athena there? Probably not. Let me see the AW rundown. Before I get off here, let me see the AW rundown. Let's just see. Maybe it'll catch my interest. Maybe something will happen on that damn show that'll get me excited. Let's see. Let's see. Here's a card. You got Kenny Omega returns. Okay, cool. Buddy against Will. That's a match. That's a Chris, Tony, Willow. Damn, they got me. No, they got me. They got me. They got me. They got me. That's a match. That's a match. Okay. Briscoe, Bobby Lashley don't care. MJF don't care. Private Party don't care. Casino Gauntlet match. Mariah don't care. Yeah, but that match right there. That's a match. Willow, Chris, Tony Storm. That's a match. Damn it. Yeah, it was a huge rating. We talked about that earlier, Chris. Chisholm. Will, Chris Chisholm. Talk about that later or earlier. It was a huge rating. Yeah, I think Tony Storm probably wins. I think they're going to do Tony against Mariah May in Australia, so. But that's a match. Will Ospreay's always a good match, so sure, you watch that. No match for Kenny, I don't really care. So here's the two things to watch here. Buddy, Will, and a triple threat match. That's where it's at. Anything else, you can probably skip. But we'll see. I might check it out tonight. We'll see. But yes, we led with the NXT number. NXT ratings. What we led with for the stream. It was a monster number. It was a monster number. Crazy. Whoa, I didn't realize that number. Wow, that's insane. 2.5? Jeez. That is insane. These are like old Dynamite numbers. This is what Dynamite did back in the day. Back in the day, not too long ago, these were Dynamite numbers. But wow, pretty good. All right, folks, that's it. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, leave a comment if you're inclined. I'll probably do a stream on Friday before Smackdown. I'll be off next week, no stream next week. But that's not true. I'll probably will stream next week. But no stream tomorrow. That's for damn sure. No stream tomorrow, probably. I'll stream on Friday before Smackdown. All right, guys. Talk to you guys later. Peace.